Okay, guys, good to go. Vinny, do you want to start with the first three, please?
Sure. Hi, Andy.
Vinny, how are we?
I'm good, thanks, mate. You?
Yeah, all good, thank you.
Good. The boss said no opportunity without pressure last week. So how do you feel about the opportunity you've given yourselves to finish top four now? And given the history of big nights, big comebacks at Anfield, how do you feel about the opportunity you have to progress tomorrow night?
Yeah, look, we're still in the competition. Maybe not many give us hope, but we believe we can put in a better performance than last week, and that's the only way that gives us a fighting chance. We need to be better at everything we do. Tomorrow night, we need to put pressure on a unbelievable, experienced team, and try and make it uncomfortable for them. And if we can do that, and if the chances can fall to us and we can take them, then let's see where it takes us. It needs to be a close to perfect game. We've done it in the past, but we can't rely on that. We need to try and create our own atmosphere tomorrow night. Of course, we've not got our fans in there with us, and it's up to us to create our own atmosphere and create, a Champions League night at Anfield without the fans.
Yeah, I was going to say, with no fans, I mean, you look at that game against Barcelona a couple of years ago. How do you replicate a kind of Barcelona night when you haven't got that kind of atmosphere to play in front of?
Yeah, look, the Barcelona game, look, I don't think it's any secret, and I think the manager said it before that, that wouldn't be possible without, the fans. The fans made us feel 10 feet tall. They made us, believe even more so. In that changing room before that game, we believed we could overturn it, but walking out to, 55,000 other people that believed, it just gave you that extra, that extra 5-10%, which makes a huge difference. But tomorrow we need to create that ourselves. Of course, look, our fans are watching at home and they'll be kicking every ball with us, but we need to try and create that atmosphere in the changing room before we go out and on the pitch. And like I said, we need to be better at everything we do in terms of what we did last week. So that's got to be the aim. We've got to have no regrets, and at least if we can walk off that pitch given our absolute all, then we can know that we've left nothing on there, and that's the key. If we get there, then amazing, and if we don't, then at least we can keep our heads held high. But our aim is to make it as difficult as we can and try and get through to the semi-final, because we know what's at stake. We know how good this competition is, and we want to be a part of it as long as we can be.
And we all saw your reaction to Trent's winner at the weekend. I wondered if that was as much for Trent as it was for the importance of that goal as well, because what have you made of the spotlight he's been under recently, and how do you guys, and you especially, kind of help him through that? And then obviously you take great satisfaction when he bounces back like that. Yeah,
look, to be honest, I'd love to say the reaction was for Trent, but I couldn't care less who had scored it. I just wanted the 3 points. At the weekend, we know it's getting to the point of the season where, drop points is, it just hurts you that bit more in terms of the league positions and things like that. So it was just a huge goal for us. But look, for me, it's a sign of, it's a sign of a world-class player. When world-class players don't perform to the levels that maybe they have done, then people criticise them more. People criticise them more than maybe your normal player or your ordinary player. So for me, I know it's hard for Trent, but you should take it as some sort of compliment. And, the fact that so much noise has been made about him. But look, for me, it's for me and for the teammates and for somebody that's close to him and cares about him, it's just about trying to keep his confidence at the highest level, because when it's like that, then, nobody touches him. And I thought on Saturday he put in a very good performance. I thought against Arsenal he was excellent. Of course, he struggled against Madrid in midweek, but we all did. Not one of us played well, but more gets said about Trent's performance than anyone else's. So, look, for me, he's a strong character. He's always been that since he's been a young age, and that's why he is where he is. That's why he's at the top of the game at a very early age, and he'll come over all the criticism, but look, it's just about trying to not let it affect him and try and do what he does on the pitch, because when he does that, then I don't think anyone can touch him.
Okay, thanks, Andy. All the best.
Thanks.
Cheers, Vinny. We're going to go to Ian next, and then James from TalkSport. So Ian, do you want the next one?
Hi, Andy. Just in the context of this game now, how important was that win at the weekend against Aston Villa? It was important from a league point of view, but the fact that it was at Anfield and this game that you have to turn around is also obviously at Anfield in the context of the run that you've had at home.
Yeah, look, our run at home has not been good enough since Boxing Day. In terms of the points that we've dropped, the defeats that we've came to, it's simply not been good enough. And to then get our first win of the new year there, that always makes a difference. And it, then when you walk on that pitch tomorrow, you've got good feelings instead of negative ones, which have maybe been the case the last couple of weeks with the performances and the results we've had here. But we'll go into tomorrow full of confidence. We've got nothing to lose. Of course, Real Madrid are hot favourites, and so they should be with the aggregate they've got. But it's up to us to leave everything on the pitch, give a better performance than we did last week, and give ourselves the best possible chance to progress, because we don't want to give up on our chances of getting through, and we won't do that until the last whistle's been blown. And but we know how hard a task it's going to be, and we know we probably need as close to perfect performance as we can.
Okay, James from TalkSport, to go next, please. Oh, James, your audio is not coming through, I don't think. We'll try again.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
There we go. Yeah.
Perfect. Sorry. Andy, we know that a 2-0 victory would suffice tomorrow night. How does the state of the tie affect the way you approach the game? Or do you almost need to approach it like it's 0-0, try and go for the win, and then use a bit of game management if you reach the latter stages of the game and you still have the opportunity of qualifying?
Yeah, look, I think it's important that we just, go into the game as a normal game. Look, we go into every game looking to win. So like you said, we need to play our own game, play a normal game, put them under pressure and try and win the game. That's always our aim, whether, it's an aggregate two-legged or whether it's just a league game. That's, being at Liverpool, you've got pressure to win every game. So no, that'll be the aim. We'll go into the game trying to cause them problems, trying to take chances when they fault us, and like you said, if we do that and in the later stages, let's see where we're at. But hopefully we're in the lead and we know exactly what we have to do, because it's important to try and keep a clean sheet as well. We need to be defensively on the highest mark as well, and as well as going forward. So like when the chances fault us, we need to try and take them, and we need to try and keep their chances to a bare minimum, and we need to have an all-round top performance, and that's what we'll be working towards over the next 24 hours, and trying to get us in the best possible shape to do that. And like I said, fingers crossed that will be enough on the night. But we know we're playing against a European giant, a giant that's so good at this competition, and they'll obviously have their own game plan, but we need to make it as difficult as we can for them.
Okay, Carl, do you want to go next, please?
Yeah, sure. Hi, Andy.
Hi, mate.
Just wondering, what was the overriding emotion coming off the field last week against Madrid, and what motivation can you use that for going into tomorrow?
Look, it was one of disappointment. Of course it was. I don't think anyone had